Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video for the lean-to build. This is gonna be just a look back from it's our biggest build and funnest build so far, but what I want to do is just take all of the videos, the series, the playlist. It was 11 videos. I wanted to put them all together and have a quicker version, speeded up version. Then I did one last year and it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. So I wanted to do a shorter one to give you a chance to see it from the start to the finish, but at a quicker rate. It's going to be a little bit over an hour long after I put this video here into it. So what I wanted to do was show you a couple things and explain a couple things. What I wanted to show you was I actually did a little bit more work to it after the last video. I kind of was explaining what I might be doing. Well, I did some of it. Was I painted the exposed boards on the outside, painted them brown all the way around the perimeter of it. I went ahead and threw some on the slats up there too, and then I added lag bolts in each corner of the lean-to. Those were, I think, 4 inches long, maybe 3 inches long. So that's pretty much what I did. I was gonna pour concrete down here. I thought about redigging and pouring concrete, but these, I mean, this is not going anywhere. It's in there. So one of the things that you'll see in the video is some of the troubles I came upon, and that was on the center part. I got off on my measurements because the post back there is a little twisted. So when I brought my string out, instead of from the building, instead of it being straight out, it was on an angle. So it caused the post to not sit right. This post here has a little twist in it. I've been keeping an eye on it. It doesn't seem like it's getting any worse than it was when I put it in, so I'm glad of that. I'd hate to have to replace that. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, you see me digging some of my holes out here with my John Deere. The reason I did that was the ground was so tough out here. It's amazing because all three back in the backside I did with post hole diggers, and man, the hole they dug pretty easy, but the ones out front here I couldn't hardly do anything. Now I was able to dig this one on the corner. I was able to do it, but those two there, it was so difficult that I decided to use the tractor. But at the time, this has been a couple years ago. This whole thing took place in 2022, and it took place over a period of 4 months. Excuse me. And that's not working on it every day. That's working on it on the weekends and when I had money. You know, so we just paid cash for everything as it went. It took me a while to get the 10. Guy had to get it in, but it took place from I think it was May of 2022 up until October. So we were getting done with it right when the leaves were starting to fall. So getting back to what I was saying, it wasn't too, I'm still not great because I don't dig a lot of, trying to dig a round hole with a backhoe or a good post hole. It could be done. I've seen it done. but not by me. So the holes, they just kept getting wider and wider, and I really couldn't go that deep because the post that I bought, the grade comes down a little bit away from the building towards the front here, so I couldn't go real deep because my posts were too short, and I wanted to keep my roof as high as I could, because having I can pull my pickup in there right now if I want to, or the tractor with the safety bar, which I had a little leeway on it. I just wanted to make sure I had clearance. So I don't have much of a fall on my roof, but it's been fine so far in 2 years. I had one person say the way I built this thing, it would never last, it would fall down, but it's still up. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not a professional by any means, don't claim to be professional carpenter, but I can get the job done. So hopefully that's an inspiration to somebody who thinks they can't build something like this. I did it. I even did it by myself. I probably should have asked for help sometimes, but I just wanted to try to do it by myself, and I was able to get it done. So this thing should last until I go home to be with the Lord, whenever that is. So that's pretty much it. Trying to think here, is there anything else? I don't think there was anything else that didn't come clear in the video. I was hoping with my John Deere, when you see me lift the 2x6s up, I was just using that to try to just help me so I didn't have to carry it up the ladder. I found out real quick the bucket doesn't go up high enough, so I still had to lift a little bit, but it still worked out. It did help me a little bit, being able to use the loader bucket to lift my piece of wood up there. That way I only had to lift it a certain distance. Still was kind of rough, but I made it work. All right, so I hope you enjoy the video, and got a whole lot coming up this year. Happy New Year, by the way. This is Friday. Supposed to have snowstorm coming in. We're getting ready to find out. That's going to be Sunday. May have snowstorm coming in, so we'll find out about that. And that's all for now. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again soon, or see you after the video's over maybe. All right, God bless. See ya. by the time you see this video, it'll probably be, I don't know, the 6th or 7th, or somewhere along there, towards the end of next week. Today, this is about 8:30 in the morning. It's 4th of July, and it's supposed to get in the low 90s today. I wanted to get out here. I wanted to be out here earlier than I did, but my last day to sleep in before I go back to work tomorrow. So anyway, hopefully we'll be able to get, I'd like to get all 3 of these posts in, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It's supposed to get up in the low 90s today and get really humid. When I got up today, it was like 72 at daylight, about 100% humidity. But we'll just deal with it as we go, as we say in every video. So I'm going to, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to square this up a little bit for my post, but it's pretty much done. So I'm just going to do it by hand real quick. This is muddy and actually has some water down in it. So I'm going to do that. I've got to go get a little bit more rock, and then we'll continue with putting the posts in. It is actually extending past this, where this 4x4 post is going to be. I've designed it to where I could take these 12-foot 2x6s and just lay them right up there without even cutting them, and which that's what I did along the whole back. But this one here, I'm going to be let me just get a estimate here. This is just guessing. I am, let's see, that should have been a 1/2 inch back. So by my measurements, I'm like 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches to the wrong. So at least down here on the ground, the post seems like it's running up level according to my level. So basically what's going to happen is when I put my metal roofing on, that last piece I'm going to have to cut to fit my mistake. So it could be fixed, but I can't believe I was that far off. But another saying, it is what it is. I'm not going to take it back out. It's just a lean-to, it's not a house. So we'll make it work. Okay, this became a mess. Scratch what I just got through saying, except for the part that it's off, because I'm sure it's off a little bit. I'm not using a transit and lasers and all that. But what I did figure out, it wasn't that post down there that was out of square. It was this 4-inch post over here. And you have to look at it real close to see that it's twisted just a little bit. But when you're measuring out 10 foot, that little bit becomes, what I say, 4¼ inches. So it's quite a bit. So what I did was I went back and checked. All this is the way it should be. That's when I discovered that 4x4 being a little twisted. So I went ahead and laid this 2x6 down here where I know it's going to go down there. Got my 12 foot, and then I redid the string knowing that it was twisted, the pole was twisted. So I redid the string, brought it out. Now this one is at 12, it's to the edge of it, and then where my 2x6 is sitting is the center of it. So I went ahead and just laid out the last post. It really wasn't that far off at all, but I went ahead and re-marked it too, because I had to, when I got this post in the ground, it should have been 10 foot out center to center, and it was 9 foot 11 3/4. So I wasn't gonna print the pole out and try to configure it for 1/4 inch. So I'm going to make the rest of the other two the same distance out. So instead of it being 10 foot center to center, it'll be 9 foot 11 3/4. So, but that's where we're at. It's taken me quite a while to get all this figured out. I've had my first major hiccup. The end of that is supposed to be halfway. Down at the bottom of the post, it is 12 foot to the center here. What I didn't realize was this post is bowed slightly that way at the top here. I'm not taking this all back apart. So, plan of action is going to be to put probably 2 2x4s right here stacked with a massive amount of screws in it. I've got long screws. And then after I get the next 2x6 in, I will put a brace going from here. Let's see here. Yeah, from here up to my 2x6, and I'll go ahead and do one here too just to make it look right. The only weight we're going to have on this roof other than the 2x4s, and we're just going to put like a plexi, that same, if you can see, I can't see my camera right now, but up there, the skylight, that material there is what we're going to be using on the roof down here. We're going to have 2x4s and then some little like 1x3 going across for the roof to screw onto. So it's a pretty major hiccup. Success. Okay, this is my theory of what happened. Was, I guess the first thing I should have done is, anybody who's been watching it, I guess, probably has already been, nobody's commented on it because I don't have that many people commenting. But I should have set my posts in concrete. That's what I should have done. So what I still may end up doing is, once, right now I got it perfectly level. Let me backtrack to my theory again. Was after I got that post set, it was perfectly level. I got this one ready, put the 2x6 up, and then I know I have to be half on wherever I'm going. The corner one, the 2x6 goes all the way against the one coming from that way. This one is supposed to be halfway on. So what I did was I mounted it. I went ahead and pushed it all the way over there, put it halfway here, screwed it. Then when I went over there, I used that ladder there that I was using against the building. I just leaned it against the post, not realizing that even though that post seemed solid, it really wasn't. And when I leaned that ladder up there, made the post go this way. After I got that screwed in, I got down and was looking at it, and I was like, man, it looks crooked. So it appeared that that post, which I still think this post is a little bit crooked, but it was like way out, man. So I went ahead and loosened my screws, and in order for it to get this one level, it made my 2x6 go all the way to the further edge of here, which was really bad. So the culprit the whole time was, I put that ladder up there and just left it there, and it was making everything seem out, because I've now got both of these perfectly level. So, and it's a good thing I'm not a carpenter for a living, huh? But anyway, you live and learn, man, and that's one reason I want to do it by myself, just so I can learn. So anyway, now I'm going to move on to the next post. Still, after I'm done, it's possible that I may go back, because see these holes here, I couldn't put as deep, because the grade is going this way. My posts are 12 foot long, and I'm barely, Actually, I don't even think I had to cut any off of these posts. But in order to get them where I wanted them, I had to dig my hole shallower. So maybe I should have went ahead and dug my hole a little deeper and just made my slope a little stronger. I just didn't want it, I don't want it too strong, so I want to be able to get stuff underneath it here that may be high. So let's move on to the next one. Maybe we will end up pouring concrete on these 3 when we're done. These back here, they seem fine. So they're all down anywhere from 18 to 22 inches. I think it's been a while. I may have got all these at 22 inches. And had to cut probably over a foot off, or around a foot off of each post. So those are plenty fine. So, all right, let's move on. I don't know how long it's going to take to get this lean-to done. When yesterday evening, rain was not supposed to have a chance until today around 6 o'clock. It's been raining off and on since about 10 o'clock, 9:30 or 10 o'clock this morning. So, but it's not real bad, it's just spotty showers. Actually, I've been out in them a few times. Kind of cools down a little bit. But then once it stops, it gets humid, you're wet, and then you get really sweaty. But anyway, I got the post cut, and now I'm getting ready to put it in the ground as soon as the rain gets up a little bit. that is gonna steady lean-to up pretty nice. Now I'll just cut that off flush here soon. And I'll probably redo this one, raise it up some. I gotta get my screw gun out though, so I can take it apart, and I'll just nail it back on there. And getting ready to put this one down on the end over here. Okay, on the second piece, I still have a little bit of a fear that I'm a little out of square. So the second piece here, I'm probably going to do some measuring of some sort to make sure that I'm square. Then after that, everything should go in pretty quick. Well, all right. I am done with the metal. Yeah, it's not perfectly straight. But it's done. And we're just about all the way finished. I don't know if I'm going to do any more video on this. This is video number 11. So this may be it. It doesn't look bad though. The front, like I said before, I wanted the overhang on it because I am hoping to put a gutter system on it with a rain catch barrel right here with that ladder sitting or on that end. So that's why I wanted the overhang. If you notice, the wood goes out past the metal. That is why, because eventually I'm hoping to have the gutter on there. That's not going to happen this winter though. We got other things to work on. I don't have as much overhang on this side because of the corner of the flashing, I guess you could say. I probably should have done what I could do, done more actually. That's what I want to say. I should have done more cutting, or cutting at all. I didn't do any cutting there. I just put it underneath the flashing and brought the edge over some more overhang, but I didn't. I guess if we want to, we can cut another piece to bring it over some. See what Robin thinks about that. But I am planning on painting this brown just so we can have it painted, so it's that's not a treated 2x6. That's just regular 2x6. So, but other than that, you know, paint all this brown too. The posts are treated, so I'm not gonna worry about them. Paint the other end over there brown, although it has more of an overhang, so it's not gonna be in direct water. I mean, if it rains sideways, I guess it will. But that is the only part I wish I had done a little different, is brought that over. And I guess I'm never satisfied, I guess. But it is what it is. Get one last look here. Hard to get up here in the hill. Hard to see it. But you'll see it in other videos coming up in the background somewhere. But the important thing is, it's not going to have water going in on everything once we get done. We still have to put our dense bed gravel. That's the next thing we're getting. The next big thing is the dense bed gravel for here, and I'm going to be redoing the driveway. So that's coming up as soon as we get the money. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If this is the first one that you've caught on this, when you have time, go back and look at the other 10. There's 10 other, I believe it's 10. I'm pretty sure this is video number 11 on this lean-to. So it's been a long process. You only get to work on it on the weekends. I don't really have time to do anything on it during the week by the time I get home from work. So thank you for watching this time, and I hope you have a great rest of the weekend or week, whenever it is you're watching this. And God bless, and we'll see you next time.